What up, YouTube? This is Balbar here with Marvel Universe first appearance Wolverine from the New Wave. Now, this is by far a really good figure. Now, before I get on the review, I would like to say that I do not have a Hulk Marvel Universe figure to compare this to, so I'm really sorry. I'm trying to get one. And the reason I say that is because this is based on Wolverine's first appearance. His first appearance was in an issue of the Hulk, when he fought the Hulk, which is pretty cool. Now, let's go into the packaging. Marvel Universe, here's a picture of him, and a pretty cool picture of him. Right here, I did use a razor blade to cut the packaging. Other figures in the line is, Glendor? I don't know this guy. Apocalypse and Cyclops. I do want to pick these figures up a lot. Really want to pick these figures up. First appearance Wolverine. Collect them all, each sold separately. Okay. Reading the bio, and it will be down there, as always. The Hulk rampages across the territories. The Canadian government sends their ultimate weapon. There, the entire might of the U.S. military has failed. It is hope that the man known as Wolverine, in bold, by the way, Hulk and Wolverine are in bold, by the way, can search the Hulk, again in bold, may be bigger and stronger, but for the first time, he is outmatched in sheer savage, as the Claw hero fights him nearly to a standstill. In other words, fight him to death. Pretty epic, isn't it? Okay. Now, you must be asking yourself, isn't this familiar? Well, yes, this is actually the, trying to think, this is the third time they've used this sculpt. Nope, fourth. This is the second time under the Marvel Universe line. If you recall, a while ago, way back when on my channel, I reviewed this guy. Now, what they did was that, when they came out with this figure, they repainted for his, other costume. Probably should have brought that out, but I didn't. And, they took this mold, again, painted it much more, yellow, and released it in a box set. They've taken the exact same body sculpt, minus the shoulder pads and head, and, give us this. And I'm happy to say I'm glad, because they fit in scale, and they have a similar design to it. So we'll be comparing those two figures. Adjust my camera a little. Right? Now, first appearance Wolverine is obviously based on his first appearance. What really sets this figure apart is the head sculpt. You got whiskers, you got the laid back mask, and yeah, I do realize there is some paint scratches here, but it was the last figure in the aisle, so, well, the last figure in the store, so I picked it up because A, I wanted this figure, and it was the last figure, so, obvious reasons. So, same articulation as this guy, but I will cover it again. He has a really tight abdomen, ball-jointed head. Doesn't really look up. Slightly. I think he's more of a swivel than anything. 360 shoulders, cut so it goes out. Cut. Bends, rotates above the elbow. Wrist. And the eye into hip joints, double jointed knees. I really like double jointed knees. Tilting and turning ankles. So yeah, they did fix the problem on this figure. I'm not sure if this wasn't common problem, but mine had really loose hip joints. This one doesn't. So yeah, they fixed that. But even though it wasn't a common problem, I bet. The paint apps are much more of a yellow. I didn't like how this was a mustard yellow, but this is obviously a much brighter yellow. The shoulder pads are done different. They don't get in the way of the articulating as much as this one. The line is still here, and these are much brighter blue. Actually, no. Sorry, my bad. This is a much it's a different blue. I want to say lighter, but from some angles it seems darker. But in my opinion, they are much lighter, actually. Knees, I wish this was painted blue. They painted it blue on this one. Why didn't they do it here? And he does have the fist here, but he also has the holding things hands here. This time he doesn't come with a sword, unlike this figure. So yeah, I do wish you had interchangeable hands. It should be a law that every Wolverine figure you can plug in. Excuse me. Sorry, there was a tickle in my throat. That you should have claw hands and then open hands, like 4 interchangeable hands in total. And you know, I think that should be the law, but sadly it is not. So yeah, you can add some dynamic poses. And the figure stand helps. This time we didn't need the Battle Brawler figure stand. He came with his own Marvel Wolverine 008. It would have been cool if this was the first figure release, because this is Series 3, Figure 8. If it was Figure 1 and you just did 001, you know, because it's the first release. In my opinion, I think that would have been epic. But no. When you get really wide-legged stands like that, well, the peg doesn't hold that well, but your safest bet is just doing, you know, double peg, because he has 2 pegs, or really close to it. But I mean, you could go with some really nice poses. I mean, especially if you have the Hulk. Granted, which version you pick up, I suggest the first Hulk one, fit more in time era, would, like, you know, pick that up. And with this figure, you can come up with so many cool poses. I mean, it just makes you want to get a Hulk much more. So I mean, you can do poses like this, you know, like he's taunting the Hulk. So got a lot of poses. Granted, yeah, he's a serious repaint and remold of this figure. I don't care. He's a great figure, and this line is so good. They pay attention to the detailing very well. In fact, if you look closely at the belt buckle, he doesn't have an X when he does here. Now this represents when he was with the X-Men. Now Wolverine wasn't always with the X-Men, so I'm glad they went with the no X look. I'm really stoked that they did that. I mean, that shows how much detailing they paid attention to. So, is he recommendable? I mean, do you even need to question it? Of course he is. First appearance Wolverine is highly recommendable. I don't even know why you wouldn't buy this if you're either a fan of X-Men or Wolverine. So, if you see this dude, pick it up. He was the last one I picked up at my local Walmart. But, keep trying. I mean, you're bound to find it. So, see it, pick it up. I mean, pick it up like that. Because, I mean, it's a great, a really good figure. I like this sculpt. Granted, some of its executions and just my luck kinda made me wonder about the sculpt. But, you know, the other 2 figures I picked up, the other one I picked up the first time got me more liking the sculpt. And then this dude just puts it off the top. I mean, yeah. I still do want to get the box set that came with this Wolverine, but in a much lighter, yellow. I know a lot of people trash it, but I still want to pick up the box set. It still has the same problems. You know, the shoulders don't go all the way down. It's still really tight. They did fix the thigh joint, but it's just a good figure. I don't see how you can't like it. So I highly recommend this dude. Pick him up if you see him. This is Balboa signing off with a Marvel Universe first appearance Wolverine review. As always, thumbs up, subscribe, put it on your favorites list, and leave a comment down there, because I want to know your thoughts on this figure. If you think that it's a good figure, or what you think about the head sculpt. I mean, first time I saw him, like, what? And then my dad explained how this is how he first appeared, and after a while, it grows on you. So, tell me what you think of the head sculpt and the figure in general. So, I'll see you Wednesday with a Batman video review. So, adios.